Tom and Jerry in Dragonland. Once upon a time, a dragon blew her scales into the real world. That way, real children could visit and play with her in Dragonland. For quite a few years, lots of children have been secretly finding her scales hidden in their houses, including two kids named Emmy and Max Rodriguez. They, along with their new friend Enrique, would go there almost every day by holding the magic dragon scale and saying the rhyme, I wish, with all my heart, to fly with dragons in a land apart. And they would hang out with their friends, Ord, Cassie, Zack and Wheezy, Lorca, and their teacher Quetzal, as well as all different kinds of other creatures like Norm the Number Gnome. But one day, kids all over the world told their other people, as well as their parents, about Dragonland. You'd think everyone would be frightened and or amused like a typical bad guy. But since this is a G-rated kids fanfiction, everyone was psyched about it. So were the dragons. Lots of people even went to go live in Dragonland. Don't ask me why, it's just my story. Maybe I'll do like a follow-up or something as to why. Emmy, Max, and Enrique even written their own stories about their adventures called Dragon Tales. Yeah, and they even made a song about it. Dragon Tales, Dragon Tales. It's almost time for Dragon Tales. But this story is about how they met a strange cat, a mischievous mouse, and a little girl searching for her father and escaping her evil step-aunt. It all happened when a cat and mouse named Tom and Jerry were accidentally launched out of their car and left homeless in Dragonland. Homeless in Dragonland is not bad, to be exact, but Tom and Jerry didn't know any better. They tried to go to the school in the sky, but they realized they live all the way on the other side of Dragonland. Later that night, they tried to get some food from a place called Bill and Joe's. Great place. Can't believe they closed it down. But got kicked out. They met a talking dog named Pugsy as flea friend named Frankie. Much like Tom and Jerry, they were from the real world and abandoned a little while ago. But Pugsy taught himself that being a friend to the end can really brighten up his or someone else's day. Tom and Jerry didn't think that was a good idea, but when Pugsy asked their names, something strange happened. I'm Tom, Tom said. I'm Jerry, he said. You talked, they both exclaimed. They were surprised that they talked because they did not know that animals from the real world can talk when they're in Dragonland. And even though they sang a song about being friends, they were still unsure about it. But Pugsy got captured by two dog catchers, leaving Tom and Jerry alone again, until they met a gang of alley cats who told them get off of their turf. They escaped them, but along their way to Quetzal's, they met a girl. Before we continue, let's talk about her backstory. Robin Starling is a girl who has been best friends with Emmy and Max since she was 3. She used to be their neighbor until she and her dad moved to Dragonland. Yes, I'm not kidding. They've been visiting her in Dragonland for a whole day until nighttime. So yeah, because she hasn't been feeling happy recently because her mom died when she was a baby. Her father had been away on a mountain climbing trip in the Stickleback Mountains. She heard her father fell in an avalanche and might have died. And now she has to live with her mean step-aunt, Pristine Fig, who is keeping her to get money from her father's company, Starling Enterprises. Meanwhile, Enrique is worried because he heard that his parents are thinking of moving again, which is sad because Emmy, Max, and the dragons have been his best friends in any universe, and he didn't want to leave them. One night, he was sleeping over at Emmy and Max's house while his parents were at a business meeting in New York. On the first day, they went to Dragonland. They had celebrated Ord's birthday. And after the party was over, they went to Robin's favorite bridge, where she was worried. That's where we can continue. The kids met Tom and Jerry. They all got acquainted quite well. Emmy, Max, and Enrique never really believed that Aunt Fig was mean. Neither did Tom and Jerry, though. But the cops found Robin and drove her, Emmy, Max, and Enrique to her mansion, while Tom and Jerry followed the police car. Aunt Fig was hesitant about having Robin's friends come over, but let them in anyway. But after Tom, Jerry, and Aunt Fig's pet dog named Ferdinand wrecked the kitchen, Aunt Fig thought about taking the cat and mouse to her friend Dr. Applecheek's house. Robin tried to talk with them about it, but Jerry was missing. Emmy and Enrique decided it was time to go home, but Max wanted to stay because he was actually kind of worried about Robin. But they decided to come back tomorrow night after their trip to Uncle Roberto's house. They went back home by saying a special rhyme. I wish to use this rhyme to go back home until next time. Back at home, even Emmy was a little bit worried about Robin. I hope Robin's gonna be okay, she said. They went to tell their dad about their day and then went to bed. Meanwhile, in Dragonland, Tom found Jerry, who found a note that Aunt Fig tried to hide from Robin, that Robin's father is alive. They tried to tell Robin, who was locked in her room at night, but Aunt Fig caught Tom, and Ferdinand trapped Jerry in a bottle. I'll make sure Dr. Applecheek takes good care of you, she said as the dragon scale in Emmy and Max's room started to grow. Or glow. Oh my god. To be continued. So yeah, that's part 1 of my fanfiction. This is probably going to be separated into about 3 parts. I don't know, really. This is basically like a retelling of the Tom and Jerry movie with like the cast of Dragon Tales. Because it's based on a dream I had where Emmy, Max, and Enrique were in the movie, practically. And it seemed to be implied in this dream that the Tom and Jerry movie takes place in Dragonland. Because Emmy, Max, and Enrique did the whole I wish to use this rhyme thing and ended up back in the playroom. I was actually kind of shocked by that. But yeah. But that's it for now.